Happy Saturday, September 10th. It's about 1 o'clock, 79 degrees, and I'm coming out back door. We can walk through the geraniums, which are still looking great, although there's not much else left in the yard that's really flowering. The hydrangea back here is still looking nice and full, all weighed down from the weight of these real large blossoms. There's a bumblebee getting up in there. One over here. And again, that's my hand right up beside that. You coming, Bilbo? And we're actually starting to get a little bit of blush on some of the earlier ones here. All right, let's come around, Teddy. Oh, are these some type of wild ground cherry? I think. Haven't seen those before. And I think I would have seen them because we do tend to keep a close eye on what's growing around the donkey fence. You're not going for a walk all the way down, Teddy. So, first thing is, we had deer in the yard the last couple of days. And they've been testing and chewing on lots of things, but unfortunately they came back overnight and they clipped nearly all the sunflowers. Just chomped the heads right off. They even reached in the miniature ones inside there. They left the good grasses and grains and chomped those. So this tall guy here, they bent probably as they were reaching and stepping in for the others. And unfortunately this one here at the fence, this was the real tall one. I had to lift the camera up over my head to show. So I'll go in there and get a better view of the Mexican sunflowers, which luckily for everyone were far enough away from the edge so they couldn't quite reach the bulk of them. But this is a good angle with the sun over there, really lighting that up. But it was sad. The chickadees were over there yesterday morning flying around because they've been checking on the progress of the sunflowers, you know, greatly anticipating their snack as the days get shorter and the weather gets cooler. And yeah, they were audibly sad. They sounded very unhappy when they saw the damage. Alright, so that is pretty much most of everything to show. We don't have a lot of color in the yard yet around here, but there is a little bit if you look closely in spots. But driving along the roads, you start seeing along the rivers, along the edges of the road in some areas. And it's your typical, your maples. Some of your swamp maples are already like fully turned. We're going to pick one cabbage this weekend and we'll keep the others to grow a little bit bigger, but these are really getting nice and big. So I'll get the shade of the camera out of there. So yeah, that one's bigger than my fist. That one too, which is not bad. And look at our peppers. They're still producing over here, over there, and this really big one back here. That one's up to my waist. I think that's the largest pepper plant that we've had here. At most years, our pepper plants only get to be about that high, you know, barely knee height. And again, this is the one that, you know, gets most of the morning shade from this tree. And depending on what time of year, the sun is either just behind that oak, or those oaks, or climbs slightly up, so it gets more of the afternoon sun. Hi, Bilbo. You want to give me the thumbnail shot, Bilbo? Don't be on the rock like a panther. Hey, okay. So yeah, I got more hay today. There's my poodle. Where are you, Teddy? Hi. Been cavorting around the yard. with his sisters. I see you over there. You already get to go for a short walk. We'll go for another one shortly. A little while. We'll check out the other hydrangeas here, and I'm going to keep it short. So even though they're starting to fade, just look at that color variation. This never gets old seeing this year after year. You come over here and this one here, almost like it's got some polka dots in there with the white. And then over on this side, you still have almost right down the middle. You know, that's not an error in the camera processing the color. It's darker on the right and lighter on the left. And it's more of that like polka dotting. You're out too, Frodo? Hi. There you are. So, even though the immediate color goes pretty quick, you know, we have the variations to look forward to for almost the rest of the season. I mean, here we are in September, second weekend. But yeah, I'll cut it short there and get this out shortly. I hope everyone's having a good weekend and your September's off to a good start. Anybody else want to say hello or goodbye? Bilbo? Frodo? No? Teddy? You done, Teddy? Yeah? Alright, have a good weekend. Taking a look at the sunflowers from back here. Here's the red one. But you can see where the deer's got the stems and creased them. Yeah, I'm not sure there's enough life in that for the seeds to continue getting dried. But so this is really good that the pollinators like the Mexican sunflowers as well. Even though there's not nearly as much nodules in there like the bigger sunflowers, but we're all here. So yeah, the deer were able to reach this far from the fence to just chew those heads off. All back there, the super tall one completely broke, snapped over, and the head is gone. And this one, they must have been really grabbing for it. Or maybe shaking that big one, but that's creased too. That may or may not still have some life in it. But, I mean, you know, we live by a state forest. We expect the wildlife, and, you know, it is nice to see them. But unfortunately, this is what happens. And it's just sad because this year, between the moles and now the deer, you know, it's been less than a happy season once you add a drought to it. Alright, let me see if I can find the perfect thumbnail here. Mr. B, you want to help me out with that? Popping another part into this video. It's about 10:07 right now, still on Saturday. It's down to 71 degrees now. Teddy's not happy because I put him inside, but I feel like I forgot a couple of sections of the yard, even though there's not much going on back here anymore. The black-eyed Susans here, you can tell some of the petals are starting to dry up too. But even as they dry, there's still a very pretty burnt color to them. There's still nectar in all of the hummingbird feeders, but the activity has settled down, so I have to check to see when they're going back for the commencing their journey. I imagine since it looks like they managed to wean their newborns, that they probably are hitting the road pretty soon. So, and I forget what the little white guys here are called. I really like them. There's no tags for those, but the coleus here is still doing good, and the nasturtium still has fresh blossoms on it. A lot more seed pods in here though. So less blossoms, but still getting them, and it's still stretched out, and all the way down here on the rock is all from that one pot. And I'm not sure if those are aphids now forming on the back of those. There's quite a few over here now. There's a little carpenter bee. So coleus over here, and the impatiens, of course. And this impatiens is pretty happy. Yeah, coleus again. Look at this, the flower stalks on some of these, growing all the way up here. And Bilbo. Yes. So this is a typical early September evening up here. I'll stop talking for a second. Hopefully the audio picks up. Some crickets and the other sounds up there. So sunset is about half an hour from now or so. Of course, it's no direct sun down here at ground level anymore, but you see the sky is still nice and bright. So I just wanted to share that. Bilbo. Yeah, you wanted to close out the video you didn't get a chance to before? No. Okay, well this is going to be the last clip. And you little sweet kitty. So yeah, I hope the audio really comes out. Just the crickets and whatever else that is. There's at least 3 different types of insect sounds there. But that's about where the sun's setting. It's just over there. Not a good view of the sunset today. I missed the sun hitting the hill, but it's been a little more orangey due to wildfires. And I've been going to sleep early, so I didn't get a chance to see the full moon, but they said the full moon was orange too because of the wildfires. But anyway, I'm going to pop this last clip into the overall video, and I hope, again, you guys are having a good start to your September.